Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is Sunday, the 9th day of November 2025. I think the urgent appeal for United States of American government or the military not to collaborate with Nigerian government or Nigerian military, the evidence is getting clearer and clearer and clearer. You know, one of the options put on the table by the United States government is to share intelligence with Nigerian government to collaborate with them to wipe out terrorists. But that was met with a stiff resistance. Why? Because Nigeria government is paying these terrorists. They recruited them, they imported them, they put them into the military. So there is no how you share intelligence with the terrorists that you can also, wipe away the terrorists. It will not happen. The allegation of Nasser Rufai and Babadati Ahmed that Tinubu's administration, through the Office of National Security Advisor, is currently paying the terrorists. They did not deny it because they know that if they deny it, more and more evidence could come. Or if they say, let us go and arrest Rufai or Babadati, they might even expose everything out. So these are the issues we are facing. As if that is not enough, there is something significant that happened yesterday. Yesterday in Katsina State, they were having peace deal. However, I have about 9 peace deals now that they have planned. They had one yesterday, and other 8 we maybe through this week or next week, they will have them. Why are they having this peace deal? Remember that Tinubu met Sultan of Sokoto and he is doing consultation. Now, it seems that these people want to beg their armies, you have to stop. And look at what happened yesterday. The terrorists who came for peace deal with their guns and ammunition, everything, in the presence of the security agencies and the government. So the man was speaking. He said something. It is the government that made us terrorists. We are not supposed to be terrorists. The government made us to be terrorists. That is the summary of what you're about to listen. Pay attention. Listen to this man.
So ba namu bane. Inda son mu ne mutane ina lahiya ma da mu son su ne ba namu bane. Inda son mu ne mutanen nan ba su zuwa nan su same mu cikin jeji. Tunda an yi lokaci kamar wata ɗaya nan ko biyu in muka ce muna buƙatar ganin mutanen Charanchi ta yaya za mu gan su? Ba mu ganin su. Ba su san ina muke ba, ba su san daga ina muke ba. Amma da suka buƙaci ganin mu yau ga mu gasu. Suna jin mu, suna ganin mu. Ka gane, zaman lahiya da tashin hankali to su ce a gabanni so su ne duka. In sun so a yi tashin hankali za a yi. In sun so a zanna lahiya za a zanna lahiya. Mu dai ba mu da wani ilimi, ba mu da wata hikima wadda za mu yi a zanna lahiya sai sun so. Su yarin duniya hannunsu yake. Su ke jan duniya, su ke yin komi, su ke hana komi. Ko da ake cewa muna yi, ai sun suka so mu yi. Idan ba su so mu yi ba mu yi. Kuma ai ga aya, yau sun kira mu so suke mu bari. Kuma da yarda Allah mun bari daga yau. Haka ne, kun talaka in kun tashi yin kuka, kar ku yi kuka da mu yan ta'adda, ku yi kuka da shugabanninku.
So, if the federal government of Nigeria, the APC government, don't forget that Canada as well have designated this political party as terrorist organization. Now, if these people are the one who are paying these terrorists, this is a confession. A terrorist is confessing. It is the government that made us terrorists. You know all these guns they are carrying. I used to tell you people, these are Nigerian guns that they bought. All this gun belongs to Nigerian government. People will tell you it is US that is arming them. No. See, I understand how sensitive my channel is. I understand how sophisticated the information I put out here is. So I know the implication if what I'm putting out is not true. And that is why I'm very careful. I don't bring information to you if I don't have the direct source of the information. So when I come here to tell you that Tinubu's administration is guilty of sponsoring this insurgency, I know what I'm talking about. So all of you, trying to say we solve our problem by ourselves, can you solve a problem by the same way it was created? Are you insane? You want to solve a problem like by the same way it was created. You understand that if you put either bottle into bottle cracker, the bottle is going to break. And you put it there, the bottle breaks into pieces. And you still want the bottle cracker to turn the place to bottle, it can't work. That is the problem we are facing in Nigeria. People are saying that, oh, Tinubu should do this. Tinubu can't do anything. Nigeria need a foreign intervention. All those celebrities, writing on Facebook, there is no need for this. There is no need for US to come. How many of them are posting this to you? Did you hear this thing on the news? Can you see this thing on Arise News or Channels Television? You think they are not aware of this? They are aware. Only Sarah reporters published it. Everybody, they pay them not to publish it. They don't want all these things to be on the media. Terrorists are confessing when they were having peace deal that the government is the one that made them terrorists. If we talk now, they will say we don't like the country. You people are the one that don't like humanity. You don't like, human life. You want people to continue to die. You are defending rubbish, blood. You people are, when you hear blood-sucking demons, it's not just these people that kill. It is people who also aid them. Anybody who is opposing the US intervention in Nigeria, the person is a terrorist. The person is supporting terrorists. Look at it now. This man said that you people made us terrorists. And at the end, people were clapping because they know that he was saying the truth. And this is not the first time. I still have another video. That one happened against the Katsina a long time ago. The terrorists were saying, where are we going to see this gun? Please, it is the government that gave us this gun. How can a reasonable and sensible government, venture into something that kills her citizens? These people don't value you. They value the Sharia state they envisioned. They value the Islamic State of Nigeria they envisioned. Any other thing that is standing on the way of this Islamic State, they remove it. Now tell me, Kuwa Baraje confessed that they imported terrorists to remove Jonathan. After that, they started telling these terrorists to wipe out cities, wipe out communities and states, since they don't agree for us to have Ruga to place you people all over Nigeria. Any place you can take. That is what is going on, but nobody is telling you. Nobody is telling you about all these things. Every now and then, terrorists are confessing, you people are the one doing this, you people are the one doing this. Nigeria have normalized terrorism. They have normalized killing. Where do we get here? You see, I will always put it the way it is. I know people don't like it, but I will always put it the way it is. If in a same country, if these people have not hypnotized us, if these people have not been witches, if these people are not using the blood that is flowing in this country to do charm, to cover you people's eyes, including you watching me, how can a terrorist open his mouth and say the government made me terrorist during peace deal, and the normal people will still keep quiet? Channels Television will hear, they will keep quiet. TVC will hear, they will keep quiet. Arise News will hear, they will keep quiet. Your celebrities, they will hear, fear will not let them to talk about all these things. This is a live confession. Every day we say we are in the church. What are you going to church for if you can't seek for justice? What is the essence of the church without justice? You can't say the truth. If you have a news, all these mainstream media, if they have news, they will first of all call the government. This is the news, so we're about to bring it out. The government can tell them, don't bring it out, or send to all this thing, so that the news will not fly. They use money, brown envelope. I used to tell people that the day the Nigiwa died in Nigeria, that was the day journalism ended. What prevents all this mainstream media? They have the money, the capacity to venture into documentary upon documentary investigation. Do your investigation and come out and tell the public what you discover. Not waiting for the government to tell you what to do. Not waiting for people to say there is Christian genocide or no Christian genocide. Not inviting everybody one after the other to your television to speak whether there is Christian genocide or not. Where is your investigation? Where is your investigation? Where is your documentary? These people are not documenting what is going on in Nigeria. They are not documenting it. That is why when something is happening like this, sometimes I will share videos. They will ask, how were you able to keep these videos? No. I have an archive up to 1 terabyte of data. You understand what 1 terabyte is? Not 1 gig. I use it to store video. Because you can't lie to me about Nigeria. No, you can't lie to me about Nigeria because I know this country. I know this country. So you may jump into trend, jump into this, stop, put your mouth here, put your mouth here. That is not what you know. You are saying about your interest. Now, the Arab reporters published this. Nigeria government turned us to terrorists. Bandits say during fresh peace deal in Katsina. Okay? The community leaders and council chairman from Charanchi and Batagarawa local government area in Katsina State on Saturday signed a peace agreement with a group of armed men, otherwise called bandits. At the meeting, one of the armed men addressed residents directly, just like the video you saw. saying the insurgency and kidnappings were shaped by wider political decision rather than only by local actors. What is the political decision for these people to continue to kill people? The political decision is all about Sharia. The head of Nigerian Intelligence Agency told me this, that the mission of these people from his investigation is that these people want to Islamize Nigeria. That is what he told me. So, you people are joking. You people are joking. I am not doing all this thing because of tribe, religion. No, I'm not interested. Because our religious leaders are they are worse. Okay? I don't do, this is reality out of issues. We must be able to see the truth. Now, it says, it was the government that wanted us to engage in banditry. But now it has called us and told us to stop. Therefore, by God's grace, we have stopped from today, said one of the bandits during peace meeting between Batagarawa and Charanchi held on Saturday. So that is what I just explained to you. Do you understand? Government told us to venture into the bandits, and they call us now, they ask us to stop. Is it not the fear of Donald Trump that is making Tinubu's government to call bandits to stop? You people are joking. You don't know. See, you people don't know Nigeria. I promise you this. You don't know Nigeria. If you know Nigeria, you will look for a way to run out of that country. You don't know Nigeria. So, you see, before I told you people that there is a reason why I want US to come and help clear out these terrorists. And if possible, stop the issue of Sharia. These politicians want to use terrorism to implement Sharia. That is what the head of Military Intelligence Agency in Nigeria told me. So, you people should be very careful in what you say. Be very careful on how you jump into issues you don't know. The issue of insecurity in Nigeria is sophisticated. Politicians knows every and every. You see the blood that is flowing in Nigeria, it is in the hands of politicians. They know what they are doing. And the major problem again about all these things is that if someone who can kill people and it doesn't shake him, how do you think that during an election they can't even wipe you out so that you will not win the election? Think.
Listen to this.
I've served the military intelligence for the past 35 years. It has always been the case. Our problem is religion and social-cultural. I mean, people will expect me to come here and start talking about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017, 2016, I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I told them, General Lawrence Shakin then, that the challenge we have in this country cannot be solved the same way we solved the problem of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta problem was solved during Yaradua time, basically by me. And I told them that we can't use that same template for Boko Haram. I told General Lawrence Shakin to look at the center of gravity of the problem. And we all came together. I was made a member of the committee, including Atahiru that just died was a member of that committee in 2016, 2017. And we came to a conclusion after several arguments. Okay. And the arguments were three. To identify the center of gravity of the problem, one group said it is the fighters, the Boko Haram fighters are the center of gravity, so we should go after them. Another group said the center of gravity of Boko Haram is Abubakar Shekau. So if we go after Abubakar Shekau, then the problem of Boko Haram will be solved. I took exception to the group. I said that is not the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram insurgency that we were having between that 2012 and 2017. And General Lawrence Shakin asked me, Olami, why are you giving problem? What is the problem? Give us the answer. And I told General Shakin that if I tell you the answer, you are not going to be able to solve the problem. He said, what is the problem? I said, the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us. Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yep. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we, who?
I was in the military intelligence. Okay. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that Buhari government has refused to try them?
So the government knows sponsors of Boko Haram?
Of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they have arrested 400 Bureau de Change related people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And Abu Dhabi also helped us to arrest few Nigerians, tried them, we know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial?
So the Bureau de Change operates on the one hand, but you particularly said people in government. Are those part of the Bureau de Change, or those people that you say are in government are still there, government is aware, and government is condoning them?
The people I mentioned that are in government are not these ones they just arrested. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012.
Yeah.
And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know.
Presently in government.
Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Shocking, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah, Commodore.
So the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also going to be difficult to deal with, I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipment that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence, and we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, when they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay. Well,
they did not buy this equipment up to. No.
Okay, you said quite a number of things. Let's pick up on some of them and see if we could make some, if you could shed some further light on some of them. Since 2012, I mean, you've been in operation, as you said, ever since that time. You questioned several people. And some people were identified at that time. Did the government at that time try any of them? Or were any of them also in government at the time?
No, the government did not try any of them, and the defense headquarters where I worked then did not pursue that line of operation because it's beyond them. The defense headquarters, actually, when you look at the defense structure of Nigeria, they lie within the policy strategic level. but basically they are operational guys. So when you have policy problem, then they cannot go beyond their masters. They can write intelligence report and say this is what is going on. And we've seen that the present government know what is going on.
I'm sorry, is this a policy problem? I mean, the laws are clear. If someone is said to be involved in something as devious as this, the laws are clear. This person is meant to be arrested, questioned. I mean, it's quite clear. So is it a policy problem? We have the laws. So what is stopping the security agencies from actually enforcing the law, since that's what they are?
I think what is stopping them is like when you are a member of a church and your pastor have decided to be at a certain level of spiritualism and you're a member of that church, you cannot be higher than your pastor. Okay. Spiritually, you can't, no matter what you do.
So this is the same religion you spoke about?
Yes. In real life, you see that the defense headquarters cannot conduct any operations that is not sanctioned by the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Yeah. They cannot.
No matter how small, little
they cannot. So when the Yar'Adua government decided to put an end to Niger Delta militancy, that was in 2007. What he did was simple. He called all the security chiefs and all the intelligence chiefs and tasked them to come up with a solution. The Defense Intelligence Agency, the National Intelligence Agency, the Department of State Services were called with the Inspector General of Police and the Interpol to come up with the solution to the problem. Then the problem was Niger Delta. The president was Yar'Adua. He was dispassionate. He wanted to solve the problem. Okay. Within 6 months, we solved the problem. I remember I have to go to Angola to go and bring Herioka, and nobody in Nigeria knew what we did. All we know is that since 27, 28 that we conducted our operation under Yar'Adua, Niger Delta issue has remained manageable. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it because of tribal and religious sentiments. So